Alright, hello and welcome. It's Sputnik with the Jinx. You owe me a soda. I got one right here. It's a Dr. Pepper. How's it going, Sputnik? Joining me for a cast today. We got Deception and Nitro. It happened at the same time. Actually, I think he might have still been muted anyways for the stream, so no harm done. I was just talking to myself. Now chat thinks I'm crazy. Thanks, Sputnik. I was talking to no one on the Jinx.
Am I unmuted now? Like, is this like a double? Like you're psyching me out before I'm even coming back? Like,
no, you're good. See, usually I unmute myself, and then right after I press the unmute on desktop audio, so I get you. But then since you said it at the same time, you threw me off, and I never actually pressed the button. So this is a great start. But hello, Sput. Welcome back to the stream.
Well, thank you for having me, and I have to thank Sir Dimwee for letting me know in the chat that I was in fact muted, and letting you know that I was muted.
Like I said, you threw me off. I didn't even have a chance to press the button. I'm like, oh, we're doing this. But yes, we got 22 here live, at least, or 20 plus. Sometimes it's a little delayed for me, but nonetheless, we have 20-something in the chat already, in the Twitch, ready for the stream. These teams have been notified they can start when they're ready, willing, and able. Just the same. SputnikKobra and Palidore here for you. Ready, willing, and able. Deception coming in 1180 on the MMR sheet, a 9-7 record. Meanwhile, for Nitro, it's 1160 with a record of 9-10, as you can see there. Both Silver Division teams are looking to have a successful second to last week here in the 11th week. So the 11th hour, just about, of VRML Season 1.
Yes, the penultimate week before the finals. It is nice to see everything get to a head as everyone starts to get ready for the postseason. And looking at this match, we are about to start the neutral joust as the countdown is underway. So we will see who comes ahead in the first round, and we'll look to take this series as this game is underway. And initial joust goes to Nitro. Nitro trying to get it down the court, able to pick it off the ceiling, trying to get that shot on goal, hitting it off the left crossbar, able to pick it up off the floor, but a slap out through mid comes from Deception.
And retained by Vanzi over the midline. So they'll get another chance at that, and they'll be happy to take it here. Again, very similar teams, you know, just in terms of record-wise, but You know, just coming in here late in the season. I know for Deception, they weren't here from the first week, and anything but weak on the save. I blow at Sports. That was a pretty nice one. But still, actually, never mind. Taken back by Duller Ranger. So finally getting it to the other side. That took a little while.
Duller able to take that player off guard, get that snatch from behind, and enable this play downfield. But getting the stun out on Deception and getting the possession will be the law. Trying to find that clear through two, but retrieving off the ceiling is Mozzie, and facing two defenders ahead, he'll throw it to the side into the hands of Duller.
And I blow at Sports now. Got the reset beneficiary of that. Trying to fish for the pass over here on the teammate. Link 1 gets Link 2 for the first couple points here on Deception.
Link looking like he was going to maybe pass cross court to the player on post, but ended up just winding up and setting it off the backboard at 3 meters.
And so about a minute and a half in, and we got ourselves a game here. That's Citrus rolling out, looking for that pass, but being stunned immediately by Duller Ranger. Just met the defense there, the offense rather, and turned it into what was a beautiful 3-point hit with barely any wiggle room inside that post.
Deception able to read that pass, really able to just stop any rollout from Nitro, getting that stun in the tube, and Duller able to follow through with a nice 3 from that tube to pull ahead by another 3 points.
And with this rollout, see if Deception trying to cause more of that trouble there in the mid lanes, but for Nitro, they are able to get it through. Nitro, also formerly known as 6 foot over as of recently, and the ding, and finally the dunk. 5-2.
Able to recover off that double ding. Luckily, the Law kind of incredulously looking at that disc as it bounced around goal, able to retrieve it and slam it right back in.
I guess, I mean, you're never looking for dings necessarily, but that's about the best possible ding that they could have gotten. Just rolls right back into their own hands, so no harm, no foul. It's a 2-point shot. Meanwhile, over in the mid lane, it's Joe Schmo, new to the roster here for Nitro, and maybe getting a goal. As a result, there's the Law receiving it and dishing it.
Joe Schmo able to get that clear off the geometry as the Law and another player from Nitro boost downfield, retrieving it off the geometry and getting that shot from inside the bubble at 5 meters.
So hello also to everyone in chat. Again, mention you 20-some joining us here today. Saw Dimwee in there, Akon, Soisy, all up in here. We've got a lot of matches for you tonight, or at least 4, I believe, on this stream. We also have one on VRML channel 2. That'll be a Wireless Jackson Creamy Milk a little bit later on. But yes, a good handful of matches at store. We'll be seeing the debut of Strembitsky on the stream in that Wireless Jacks match, I do believe, versus Creamy Milk. And a lot of good stuff coming up. Again, it's the final week, but that doesn't mean we're immune from seeing new things unfold.
Wait, is it the final week or is it the second for final week?
Second to final week. as you caught me.
I have to catch you on that one as Deception tries to work their way into the bubble, getting that pass to the shield to Citrus. Citrus able to get it through the goal, looking like it's going to interact with the goalie, but still find its way in at 4 meters.
Yeah, so almost a save there. Citrus has been having some nice games defensively and in the goal, as she's known for doing, certainly, but it was Duller Ranger, I believe, there, getting it through in the end, and Nitro, as a result, will be down 3 points, but still 5:35 remaining.
So with possession, setting it back off the shield, an errant pass, but able to retrieve it as the Law, trying to get it through that tube, and he will to Vanzi. Now Vanzi under pressure, double pressure in that tube, sending it cross court to mid, but not able to find their man, and it goes into the hands of Deception, who quickly sends it into the hands of Nitro to the Law. A lot of quick, frantic passes, a lot of close proximity between these players as they're trying to get possession, and they're fighting for it. And to retrieve it off the ceiling is Citrus, trying to find that shot off the backboard, losing possession, and it's another frantic scramble for possession.
Yeah, some extreme quickness, a lot of extra muster on some of these passes I was seeing there from Deception. For Nitro. Granted, they were actually connecting, but at the end of the day, some of that scrabbleness did result in the 3 here for Duller Ranger. So eventually the turnover, and they will be up by 6 points now.
Duller able to pick it up and recognize that he has the shot, and at that moment, taking it at the right time, getting it at 12 meters to solidify this lead at 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Nitro's going to have to make something happen now.
And Citrus will attempt as much, but there's Duller again from that same spot over there in the tunnel. He is causing so much chaos for them and getting so many points for Deception.
Duller making some great plays. Really, that's his second stop on defense as Nitro has rolled out with Joust advantage, getting the stops in the tubes, getting the stops beyond the tubes, getting possession, and getting these long threes.
And that's 9 points now for Duller Ranger just in these first 6 minutes alone. And for the Law, they're going to need to stop the bleeding, and they will at least momentarily with a very ferocious shot there, just kind of underhand hammer from the Law.
And that's exactly what Nitro needs. They need some momentum to come ahead after all of these great shots from Duller Ranger, allowing Deception to really pull ahead in this first round. So with Joust advantage, Deception looking to make something happen, and they will send it to Tube into the hands of Link 1. Link 1 trying to find that pass downfield, and it will go into the hands of the Law off the ceiling.
Right back to the orange end, so the boost's going to be a factor here. A light one coming in, but an exposed goal just the same, and gets it through. A Duller unable to get a grab on the goal post, and that will indeed concede a 3.
And like I said earlier, momentum is shifting. Nitro able to get that previous score, and they're looking like a different team. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. They can come back from this. They just have to make the right plays now.
Definitely in the pockets, in the hands as they pass pass off to the pocket, I should say, and looking for a crossover to the bottom ramp. Playing kind of aggressively out there on him. Now Duller just working into the bubble, looking for that backboard play, and it's nice and easy. 2 from behind, and well, they're going to be ahead by some more now, 15-9.
Some great bubble play from Deception. Able to get into position. Mozzie finding that pass from Duller behind goal. And the goalie from Nitro able to see that pass coming, to get their hands up, but not react and not read it in time to make the save.
So Citrus trying to save her own team here and keep them alive in round 1, but Deception looking pretty good. Either way, I expected a pretty good matchup here. That shot a little offline. So interested in seeing how Nitro decides to respond. You know, same team, new name, new logo, but we know what they're capable of.
The Deception bubble defense is strong, really making quick work of this Nitro bubble offense, and able to retrieve that in their bubble, but not able to get the clear is Deception. And it's a scramble on the ceiling for possession as Citrus picks it up, trying to find a pass, trying to find anything, but losing it to Mozzie as Mozzie clears it through the tube.
You notice when Citrus got that disc, that's something she does quite often. She'll grab it, immediately invert so she's on the ceiling when applicable, and going in there and applying the goal directly to the forehead of the goalie, right above anyway. It's going to be Mozzie and pulling ahead now, 17-9, only 1 minute left.
Now that is an old meme. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. That's something that only us boomers will get, but with Joust advantage to Nitro. Nitro really had some momentum a few minutes ago. They've lost it, but they're still in this match. They're still giving it their best. They still got another round to come back to challenge this Deception team. And as they work their way into the bubble, trying to make this one-on-one happen, and they will find it. Joe Schmo at 7 meters with the assist by the Law.
Yeah, Joe, again, the newer member of this roster. Not super familiar unless that's just a alternate account name that I've previously been unintroduced to. But either or, Joe Schmo has been looking good in the last couple games I've caught here for 6 foot overs / Nitro now. And yeah, we're going to be looking at the victory for Deception, as you mentioned. But anything can happen in this next round. It was still a high scoring, but a close game.
So Vanzi just trying to get that last shot in. And another follow-up shot will bounce off the backboard back into the hands of Deception, but they will lose it with a headbutt from a player of Nitro, and it will clear out. We'll end this round with the first round going to Deception with a 5-point victory over Nitro. It's a great round. Looking forward to the second round. And as Philibus comes in chat, he's saying looking forward to a third round. I am too, and I'm sure Palidore is as well.
Every day, all day, every stream, without fail. Yeah, we love to see those tight games. That's end of the day, you know. That's kind of Everyone has their own preferences. I want this person to win. I want this team to win. From the casting end, I want to see it go to OTs. I want to see those round 3s. Either or, though. It's good to see teams coming in at the top of their game, building up over the course of Season 1, and definitely putting on more wins. For Nitro / 6 foot over, it's been the case for them. Now they find themselves, if they happen to come back here, they complete a reverse sweep, they'll actually be at that 50 mark, that 50-50 in terms of wins losses, where they'll be stuck at 10-10, and that's after some up and downs throughout the earlier season, but they're picking it up, and it's great to see. But for Deception, same kind of thing. They've won let's see here, 5, is that right? 5 in a row. My goodness, 6 in a row. How did I miss this? I didn't do my research, but yes, against Boosty Boys, Invictus, Galaxy, High Voltage, Catalyst, Skull Crusaders. Man, Deception's been on a huge roll.
Most definitely, and looking at Duller looking to be the leading factor in this team with the 9 points from the first round, with Joust underway, getting that hit from the head of a player of Deception into the backfield of Nitro, but not able to pick it up as Nitro gets in their backfield, trying to send that clear through mid, and it will go into the hands of Link 1 with a short pass to Mozzie ahead, and trying to get that forward progression, but the interception from Vanzi will stop it, and a clear into the backfield of Deception will ring out.
Yeah, eyes on the right spot, just like that shot from the low. What a huge hit with some accuracy and with no hesitation. You gotta love the confidence from the Law.
Excellent little underhand wrist flick or underhand wrist action. I didn't see it exactly, but the Law loves to get that underhand shot. Hard to read, hard to control, but beautiful to watch.
Yeah, the Law not copping out anything, as they will get the score, and actually cause a turnover here. So maybe again, number situation. There's 4 players, in fact. They really should be pushing this, but just kind of throw it into the hands of iBlowout Sports. So very much a missed opportunity there. Let's see if Nitro can come back and get it right back, though, and they will.
So Vanzi able to chase down that clear from Deception, get possession. Now they're going to take their time, not under pressure, trying to get set up, trying to get their spacing as they make forward progress. But they're going to lose it at mid, and Duller trying to find that shot, but not able to sneak it by that shield as it bounces off with that mail slot attempt.
Yeah, and a little bit bold maybe going through the mid lane there, opting to go for that shield, that ender kind of move where they go, for the shield, let go of the disc. Didn't pay off. So, again, some plays here, a little bit scrambled these first couple minutes. 2 minutes in, a 3-point advantage for Nitro, and the offensive advantage at that.
Definitely, and with possession, Vanzi to Joe Schmo holding its ceiling, and again, taking their time, trying to get that bubble offense set up. He's trying to get all of his players ahead of him so he can find these pass opportunities, trying to bait that defender out of position, and it will take his time if there was a shot clock, but he loses it, able to get that stun and recover it, luckily. So Joe Schmo getting rid of it to that double diamonds, the bow tie, and another series of passes, able to get it off the geometry. They're trying to get these very creative passes. They'll lose possession to Link 1, but they'll recover it. And another pass to Shield, and another attempt. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing, but they're just not able to get these last passes towards goal and get the shots that they need, so they'll lose possession, and Link 1 will clear it through mid.
That was a long scramble there. Indeed, some of these passes a little bit loose, and some missed grabs being had. So as a result, no points, despite it really sticking on the other side of the floor for quite the long time. And Duller, got to mention him too, because he had a big hand in some of those brawls and knocking the disc loose a few times on these steals. So I think the fortunate thing for Nitro is, despite all of that, they're only down by 3 points, so really not paying for it yet. Maybe a couple points here for Mozzie. Or sorry, they're up 3 points, I should say. But yeah, it's like after all that disarray, they're still not being punished hard on it. So I mean, it's okay. They got 6 minutes, and they're gonna come back.
True. I mean, granted that they had great momentum, they were really controlling the beginning of this match, the first 3.5 minutes. But you hate to see that. The goal that they just gave up, it seems to have been miscommunication.
Yeah.
And they'll lose that pass, and another shot. Is that from Duller Ranger? I have to see.
It is.
And it is from Duller Ranger. Duller Ranger punishing them on every stop in the tube.
Not only that.
every stop.
Well, yeah, not only like punishing, but again, it's all predicated on what? The defense? And it's all from, like you said, this side of the floor. I mean, at this point, I would just stop rolling out to the left side, period, because it seems like every time it does go in that left tunnel, a Duller comes away with it. That said, is he going to make it again from that left side? Double ding instead. Wow. So even from the opposite tunnel, Sputnik, he almost made that shot, but hey, it was off just enough, so maybe the right strat, going to the right side rollout.
Deception able to roll out and read these offensive rollouts from Nitro. Just such powerful defensive rollouts, powerful defense in the bubble. Deception has been playing well, and they're able to take away this initial lead from Nitro and get a lead of their own with 2 points, and they're going to work their way into the bubble, but with a save and another follow-up shot and another knockout from Nitro, trying to find that clear, and they will, as it is a boost from Deception to recover.
Yeah, talk about knockout. The stuns, the saves, all of the above, the defense looking good. And this is what I mean. Deception playing extremely well. But, again, only being a 2-point deficit off another ding from that left side. So maybe that's apparently Duller's just one weakness. Barely, but still going in is Mozzie. So decides to just dunk it right through, trusting that the goalie does not dive. So I'm just going to walk it in, and it works.
After all those shots that Duller took, Mozzie figuring, hey, it's my time to shine, getting that duck as he enters the bubble, evading one defender, and then going low on that goalie to get the 2 points. It is now a 4-point lead advantage Deception, and the rollout goes to Nitro. Nitro trying to find it through Tube, able to get that pass through Tube, getting it downfield to Vanzi. So Vanzi will have a 1v1 in this bubble, and he's able to capitalize off it, getting that shot in the upper pocket. It's now a 2-point game.
Yeah, 2-point game. Vanzi, courtesy on that shot. 5 points for him so far. Over on the other end, I mean, Duller is putting on a humongous stat line right now. If you can see that there on the stream, with 12 points, 3 assists. That is ridiculous. I mean, his only quote-unquote weakness from that left side had a couple dings from that direction. But, I mean, there's no denying the huge output that Duller is providing for his team at the moment.
Duller making great plays on offense, defense all around. And I can definitely remember to hear these dings because I've been hearing a lot of very long dings, very far shots, very close tube shots, very close mid-court shots. So getting this clear and getting this, getting that cross pass and getting this stop Citrus, able to read that play from Deception. Now trying to capitalize off it and trying to get that, but not able to, as I Blow It Sports will get the recovery in the bubble and keep that disc out of the hands of Citrus.
Citrus with grab after grab inside the goal there, so trying to keep the team alive here in Nitro. They're only down by 2, and so really, I mean, Nitro doing a good job to keep in it if they can just get some offense working on this side of the floor, because it feels like if you were just to cover up the scores and ask, you know, who's winning, as another big save this time from Joe, some Joe Schmo. Unbelievable defense now from Nitro.
Some terrific saves from Nitro. Nitro needs to capitalize off these saves. They're making great defensive stops, but they're not able to find these goals on offense. They're not able to capitalize. They're not able to convert it. They're not able to do anything with these great defensive plays, and they have to make something happen, and they have to take the second round and force a third one.
Yeah, because again, if you covered my eyes and said, hey, who's winning, just based on rhythm, you would think Deception would be ahead by a lot more than they actually are. Right now, they're trying to make that happen just now. Oh, getting loose on the goal. Looks like maybe a missed grab and floated out, so that's highly unfortunate here with now a 4-point deficit with 2 minutes left.
And like I said earlier, these are the things that you hate to see. Great play from Nitro. Nitro making small errors that are hurting them so much, and able to get this play, get the possession. Citrus trying to find a pass, finding it through Tube, and this Nitro defense, this Nitro offense is trying to get started, trying to get on a roll. They're only down by 4. They can make this comeback happen. They just have to collect themselves.
90 seconds to do so. Looking like another number situation, 4-on-1 essentially, and they do get the goal, but it is only a 2-pointer. But still, what the doctor ordered in terms of they just needed to score, and they finally have here.
Definitely, I can't stress that enough, that they need momentum. because every time that they find momentum, Duller Ranger makes great stops, makes great plays, and he's really taking the steam out of them. So psychologically, this approach, they got to make these plays, they got to make them, and they got to get on the right track.
Trying to do just that. Good pass, Mozzie. Oh, Citrus got the save, but then just wiggled right out of the hands into the goal. That is tough luck on that turnaround. 44 seconds left, and once again down by 4.
Nitro making great plays. They're on the cusp of greatness, and you see it, but these are the things that they're just not able to stop, as Citrus almost makes that stop and is now a 4-point game. It's just not able to make this happen. There's no time, and I'm going to call it now that Deception will take this series. They will take this match. They will take this round. And 15 seconds remaining. Possession to Nitro. Nitro wants to make something happen, and they're trying to in this bubble with the last shot attempt ringing out. And it is true from Vanzi at 4 meters. 2-point game. Advantage to Deception, and the time will run out.
Yeah, just barely denied that third round. Always love to see him, but that was so close, especially in that second round. There was some fantastic defense from Nitro, because again, I just go back to the fact that for Deception, at any given point throughout that entire match, if you covered up the scores and you just based it on feel and on rhythm, you would think Deception was leading by 10 points or so. And yet, at any given point, Nitro was within 1 or 2 goals, and in fact just ended there with 2 points less. So that was very close. Great defense from Nitro, but just better offensive execution there from Deception this time around.
Nitro has all the great makings of a good team. They just made a lot of errors in this match, and they know that. We know that as casters, and everyone knows that as players. But they had what it took to take this match, absolutely. But there were errors. There were great plays by Duller Ranger, and it ended up being a victory to Deception. But in another matchup, I wouldn't doubt to say that I think that Nitro has a good chance of taking another match. It's very even. It's a very fair game, and I'd love to see another matchup between these teams in the future.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest troubles with, in terms of how that match went was just Duller. I mean, causing so many problems for Nitro here. And the thing is, he got it started earlier. I mean, early in that first round, he got those 3-point looks on open goals from that tunnel, and when you can get those kind of quality shots and make them, that just has this carryover effect that really lasts for entire rounds or entire series. So that's the big thing here, is that one person for Deception especially got hot early, and it was contagious, but in a good way. Everyone else in that on their team was feeling good. Duller was feeling good, and that's what kind of let them carry that over into the second round. So even though they were stifled a few times on the defensive end, they still got multiple opportunities and off of some of those saves, or again, one of them off the head, and they were just efficient with it, despite the fact that, you look at like shots taken, it's actually pretty close to 50-50. In fact, for Nitro, they have a little bit more possession time, but again, the end of the day, those open threes, those kind of shots are the ones that made the difference, and just in that point total. So
absolutely, back to back to back tube shots, long distance shots, and then a quick successive series of long distance dings. But those initial long shots, the 3 or 4 consecutive ones that Duller Ranger made, maybe it was 2 or 3, I don't know, but there were so many of them, really making the difference, really able to keep this Nitro team at bay, able to really just keep them from getting off the ground. Duller taking the steam out of them with just some great plays, and Duller Ranger easily MVP of this game. Great performance from both teams, and definitely a great performance from Duller.
Yeah, 12 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, 2 steals, 14 stuns. No joke of a stat line there. Meanwhile, for his teammates, worthy of note, 5 saves there for I Blow at Sports. We know how good he is at goal, for sure, and proving it right there. He had a lot of good ones. Some steals as well. Maybe not credited, but just running the interference is something he does a good job of in general. And Link 1 with the 41 stuns in addition to the 4 points, but that is going to be easily the match high. Mozzie with 8 points, 26 stuns. For Nitro, it was Banzi and the Law each contributing 9 points and 1 assist apiece. But meanwhile, for the Law, 26 stuns. For Vanzi, it was 2 saves to round that one out. But Joe Schmo, 3 points, 4 assists, 2 saves. Very strong stat line there, along with the 21 stuns. And then Citrus, the 7 stuns and 4 saves, and a lot of them were really nice, including the one that unfortunately still rolled in. But I mean, a grab is a grab is a grab, and she has the, those just natural goalie reflexes that always does manage to impress me as a non-goalie. So, did a good job. Next match up, though, we do have one coming up in 17 minutes. Scheduled will be High Voltage versus Space Force. High Voltage, formerly known as Planet Express, renamed as of this week. And yeah, gonna look to kind of put out another fire. Talk about deception and how they've been on fire. I mean, that will make 7 in a row now for them. 6 or yeah. So they've been on an incredible streak. But as well for Space Force, they had a really good last week, if nothing else. Some strong showings on their end. Against the likes of There Is No Team, and what was just probably the most impressive win I've seen from Space Force this season. I mean, they were just locked on everything. And then another victory as well versus Boosty Boys. So, fun week for them. I'm curious to see how they do coming in here, though, against not Planet Express, High Voltage, and that will be next indeed. So, I think here, just for the ease of things, we'll just leave it on here for the next 15 or so. I'll try to maybe play some highlights in a few minutes from some of the other matches. But either or, we'll be back in 15, and the next match will be casted by Sputnik and Caption, it would seem, and I'll be on the cams for that duration. So join us on the other end, folks. We'll be back soon.
Hello and welcome to the second match of the night. Can you take over, Caption? I'm getting an audio feedback.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the stream unmuted if you're on Twitch? But hello, everyone. Welcome back to another match presented to you by VRML. I am Caption, and of course, as you just heard, right beside me on the casting desk is SputnikKobra. And behind me on cams, not really behind me, no one's around me in my personal space, but with us, oh, okay, Palidore coming out with the creepy facts. Creepador in the lobby. We have Palidore on cams.
And I am back, so we are ready. So we are back and looking forward to this matchup tonight with High Voltage versus Space Force. Caption, you looking forward to this matchup tonight?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, Space Force, one of those newer wave teams we're seeing come in. I mean, the players I'm not too familiar with outside of casting. I mean, I know I've definitely seen them around, but again, just one of these newer wave teams that have been coming in. Again, Crosscheck, great goalie, Lols, great defense, and Fire and Sonic, both, I mean, just real passing and shooting around for them, but they are against some veterans of the game in Space Force. Obviously, you have Ender, Slot, and Anime, who in Pyro as well, we've been around this game for a little bit, and Lands and Arrow Knight, I don't know how long around they've been here, but I mean, they've definitely been making some waves.
Yeah, a lot of up-and-coming players looking to make their mark at the end of this season, our first season, and really a terrific season has been. These players, these teams are an example of that. These players are new to competitive play. They never played in the existing leagues when they were 3v3, and this is what Echo Arena is about. I say this all the time. These new players, these newer players, looking to get their name out there, looking to play as hard as they can, and doing that and entertaining all of us and allowing all of us to watch and us to cast. It's just a great spectacle, and it is a spectacle to behold. And I'm just so full of emotion as we're getting close to the end of the season and the postseason. So I'm just gushing now about all these great things, all these great aspects of VRML, and it really is nice to be casting alongside of you, Caption. This is my first time casting with you, and I'm just excited to see how these teams play out, and looking like they are readying up, so we should be having the start of this match happening soon.
Yeah, and again, just one of the teams readying up. Looks like, I lied. I thought one of the players was slowly rolling back, but I maybe lied. Is there even slowly or rolling back? There it is. Nope. False start. There we go.
So with that ready up, looking like we'll have this joust underway as the countdown is happening. Looking forward to see who comes ahead in the first round. Looking forward to a third round upset, maybe some craziness. Let's see who takes it in the first.
Yeah, and right off the bat, this headbutt almost giving some issues, but it's going to be cross-check again, coming through with that stop. So he's going to try to get that one cleared out, but not going to quite make it all the way through the two, but it's going to be quickly recovered by Anime as he's going to send that one across. So back in the hands of Lanza, now they're looking to get something going.
So Lanzan with that possession, trying to get that pass, trying to find that pass behind goal, but not able to, but able to get that stun on the defender, retrieving it, restarting, trying to restart that offensive attempt towards a bubble, but losing it, and the clear will sail the mid back into the hands of Space Force.
Yeah, Space Force now just trying to get this cleared in, maybe a dump in as it's almost finding the hands of a teammate, but it's going to be quickly recovered here. Over for the other team, so it's going to be right back in the hands of Arrow Knight. Here he goes for a shove. A Fire Ninja going to be in his way, so for high voltage, able to get this disc out, but not all the way out as it's back in the hands of Ender as he's getting this pass up. So now a little bit of an issue here, but a great save coming from Crosscheck, going off that top, and I can't quite say what happened there as the disc is almost cleared out of their end.
You had like 160 ping.
Looking like a frantic, crazy interaction, that disc getting jettisoned out of the bubble. And following up with it is Lanza getting that possession, trying to get this clear, sending it through mid, and it'll go back into the hands of Space Force, but losing it again to high voltage. Another series of clears. It's changing possession so quickly. It's being hard to follow this.
And that quick shot going to go in, but just going to miss itself off the post, unfortunately, for high voltage. So now Fire Ninja looking to give his team a second chance as he's going in, but Enderslot going to be quick to find him as he gets that steal. So now Enderslot trying to get this one moved up for his team with that boost coming in. It's going to be caught. So a wide open 3 here for his second, but just missing off that low end. So Lanzan, unfortunately, not getting that open net goal. So now it's back over into the hands of Arrow Knight as he puts that one down, but again, just missing all of their players' hands, so it's going to be a hard recovery here as that slap's going to come out for the side of high voltage. I don't know why I keep forgetting their name.
Sometimes we just forget things, but trying to get this shot in the bubble, and they'll get it as Lulz are the best at 5 meters, taking the lead by 2 points, 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, and it's going to look like a rematch, looking like a technical difficulty. So we are going to kill some time. Let's look at these stats.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not how restarts work.
That's I thought that maybe I wasn't thinking. So I know that maybe those 2 points didn't count, but a lot of clears, a lot of changes in possession, some stuns, a lot of steals, and you know, very frantic play for these initial 2.5 minutes, and able to get on the board with the 2 points as high voltage to take the lead. And depending on what these teams agree on, I don't know if those points will count. They're looking like they will count before they get, you know, play back underway.
Yeah, and one thing I was gonna mention was it seemed like at least for the very first minutes here that high voltage having a little bit of struggles even trying to transition on offense as it was an absolute onslaught from Space Force in that bubble and just with the recoveries and the rebounds. But I mean, something has to be working over for the side of high voltage as they have the 2-0 lead so far. So I mean, hey, I mean, take what you can get. That defense has been great for them.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Absolutely. As I lose my voice,
You have to do something pretty special.
absolutely. Looking at these teams, I feel like I can't say which team is really in the lead, really, standing out from one another. It's just been a lot of frantic possession play. So I haven't seen much of a bubble defense or bubble offense. I see more so, frantic passes and teams in disarray, and both teams looking right now just to, work their way through the fog and try and find a goal on the other team. So as this play begins, as they, get collected and they start back and they resume the match, I'm really looking forward to some calm and collected play, some great collected passing in the bubble with great forward progression and maybe some slap shots, maybe some one-timers on the goal.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that I've noted a lot from these last couple of weeks, whether it be they played under the name Plan Express, whether it be they played under high voltage, but definitely really trying to utilize that team play as much as they can. I mean, definitely something it seems like they strive for. And I mean, when you're this new wave of teams that are coming in and kind of growing up this competitive scene, that's the thing you see all the time. So it makes sense that these teams are going for it.
And that they are. So looking like they have gained another player, looking like we might get underway, and looking like I will not say looking like again
Oh,
as
you
I
did.
ask. So now we are getting these ready ups, and maybe we'll have this match happening in a few seconds as the teams get settled with their player, rejoining the match and figuring out what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what the restart was about. I didn't hear anything in the comms because I realized I pressed F5 before the game and I didn't unpress it, so I don't know if they said anything, but I definitely did. I don't know what's going on, so we'll see what's happening. Oh, high ping player. So maybe just seeing if that's still high, maybe just letting that settle down. But I mean, we'll see what happens here. I mean, not too much longer left in that initial 5-minute timeout. So.
High Ping being the nemesis of this game. Anybody tuning in that hasn't played Echo Arena should note that when they do play Echo Arena, they're gonna not like high ping interactions. It really makes a mess of the game. It makes it difficult for players. It makes it difficult for casters, and it's just not fun all around. And it can kind of compromise the competitive integrity of the game itself.
Uh,
But that's the way it is, and we make do with what we have. And as this league gets bigger, we have more players coming in. The future holds maybe a different story for us. So looking forward to everything, and I'm just excited for the end of this season, the start of season 2, the start of season 3. I'm really looking forward to the future of Echo Arena, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, and speaking of the future, I believe I seen announced today that the Oculus Quest is now moving to their closed beta. So one step further to having that Oculus Quest release, which is something we've all been waiting very patiently for and very excited to see help grow our community.
Absolutely, it's just been so much fun. It's this blood, excuse me, blood, sweat, and tears. I tried to say it all quickly at once, and I got caught on my tongue. But all this effort we all put into it, and we're really starting to see the fruits of our labor. And the fruit of our labor is the enjoyment of the community, the attention that it grabs, and it's so touching, and it's just an amazing thing.
Yeah, and This is definitely the one thing I hope that the new players that come in really grasp more than anything than the game itself is just how tight-knitted the community is. Like, I, I I mean, it's a smaller game, so I mean, I'm sure you're gonna expect it. All the players kind of knowing each other, and when you get in games, you almost know everyone who you're playing against, and that kind of fun stuff just really helps coming back to this game.
I just got back into the game. I spent a few months away from it. I've been too busy casting, and I've been playing some scrimmages, and it's nice to play with some of the players that I haven't had a chance to play with, to meet some new personalities, for them to meet me, and for them to, you know, understand the difference between caster Sputnik and player Sputnik. It's a radical world of a difference, but it's really a great thing to play and to cast and just support this community that I love so much.
Yeah, so now we're hearing some readies up going, and we are seeing the game getting back onto full swing here. So not too much further into this first round, we get back to a 2-0 lead here still over. So it's interesting to see what's going on. Still a lot of time on the clock, but this reset is pretty much, it was long enough time, so it could be a whole new game for these teams.
That was a mouthful, and with Joust advantage, is Space Force able to get it quickly down the field with a quick relay through the tube. Trying to get set up, trying to get that cross pass, but player not able to read the other player's intentions, and it will sail past him, and then we'll go for the clear.
Yeah, so that clear going to be a successful out, so you're going to see Space Force come almost with this lone boost, as they're actually going to lose off on that, so quickly recovered there. It's going to go back into the hands of Space Force, though, so Enderslot now back in possession, just going to send this one up and try to get something going up at the front.
And then not going to be able to find their player there, but getting it off the ceiling will be Space Force, slapping it back to Aeronite, and Aeronite looking to point guard his team to a point, and he will. Aeronite to Anime for life at 2 meters.
Yeah, great pass coming in there, and Anime jumping off that top block, seeing where the goalie was, just going to put that one in the far corner, almost pretty much a dunk with how close he was. So just a great awareness pass there. That slap back really started everything.
So with Joust advantage, cross-check setting it to Fire Ninja, looking to get forward progress, but getting stopped, but able to recover it is Fire Ninja, getting a second attempt at this possession.
And again, with that team play I was talking about in the break there, you see them just all around, just trying to get a little bit of a triangle passing, because they're kind of one of those teams that we've been talking about in recent days that almost keep a goalie all the way back. I mean, they have him all the way up right now, but for the most part, I mean, they're just sending him back as a shot off the backboard goes off, but just going to be hitting that post, so it's going to be recovered here for Space Force. Enderslot now looking to get that one cleared out, and that's going to be successful. So now looking for a big chance as that three's almost wide open there. Anime going to send it all the way down. He's going to be able to get another 3 points here. So 5-2 coming in the side of Space Force.
And what a floater that was. A shot from Anime for life off the ceiling at 11 meters a second, just making its way into that goal. And with the 3-point lead will be Space Force with 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and we're going to get a little bit of a close passing play here, not a player over that half-point mark of the arena, as they're just trying to spread the field here, and it looks like they're doing that successfully. A good back pass going to be going into the hands of Crosscheck. He's just going to get this one now developed a little bit more, but that pass going to wreak trouble as Aeronite's going to come and steal that one around half court, put that one down to the bottom. So now trying to take that pressure back in Space Force, but Crosscheck going to be there to recover that. He sends that up to Fire Ninja just to almost reset this play again.
What a great defensive play by Aeronite, playing physically, challenging all 3 players in that triangular passing play and getting the stun to get possession. But unfortunately, High Voltage will recover it and get a second attempt at this possession attempt and try and make some points, make something happen, and get something on the board.
Yeah, Fire Ninja taking that one really patiently, but unfortunately just missing off that pass, so it's back over into the hands of Space Force eventually, but an interception coming from Laws as he goes for a 3, but again, just missing that off that just by a little bit there, but back in the hands of Fire Ninja goes, but stunned out right away from Aeronite. So now Space Force looking to get something going as they're all the way up. He goes off that top, could hit the backboard, and a great shot coming out from Aero.
Able to find that 44-meter 3 before the tube. A great shot off the upper geometry, off the ceiling, finding that shot and pulling ahead and leading by 6.
Yeah, so a great shot coming out for the side of Space Force, something they almost needed here, as now, again, like you said, up by 6 points, and that pass might not help them. Arrow Knight not going to be able to reach that, of course, but if the boost comes in, it could be danger, but fortunately for them, nothing going to be happening there as they get some back and forth passing going. Fire Ninja seeing himself wide open. He's just going to send that one down and somehow going to reach Law's had a player challenging him as he's going to try to send that one up, but challenged all over. Arrow Knight being all over these players as he just sends this one in after a great stun.
So with 3 minutes remaining in the first round of this series, advantage to Space Force. Space Force looking to take the first round. Down by 6. High Voltage needs to get these points, and they might with this attempt, but not able to secure it. It will bounce out of the bubble and back into the hands of this defense that is Space Force.
Yeah, and those inside the post bounce outs is something that, as a player, as a striker, just drops your heart. I mean, it just sinks it, absolutely. I mean, those kind of shots just suck. They're the shots you think are going to go right in off the post, but unfortunately there for Fire, it's not going to be happening. So now it's going to be an interception here coming from Space Force as they once again get this disc cleared all the way down to the back by their goal, and this boost looking to come in on cross-check and cause some damage, but cross-check able to get out of the way of that as he sends that back over to the other side for his own team.
So with time, with the distance, but not with the shot accuracy as it dings and bounces out, they'll try and get possession and get another attempt at a goal, trying to find that pass below, but it will bounce wide and into the hands of the goalie with the clear.
Yeah, Arrow Knight, again, not letting anything past him here. I mean, been having an absolute outstanding defensive game and maybe even looking for an offensive game, but it's going for that top, so Lanzan able to drop in another 2 points off that pass coming up from the bottom, so it's going to be a 10-2 game now, and it's going to be almost taken away here. It looks like they're on a roll right now, Sputnik.
Definitely, and Koho Den TV looking to join a team. I would recommend joining the Echo Games Discord and getting started from there. So with Joust advantage, it will be High Voltage down by 8, trying to pull this defense out of position in their backfield, trying to get an advantage. They will get down court, but they're under heavy pressure. No time to breathe, but they'll get that attempt and a save from the defense of Space Force. Space Force getting a lucky break. Good forward progress from High Voltage. So with another attempt, they will get it, and they will try and make something happen.
Yeah, looking to get that straight up pass, gonna be missing, but fortunately a player trailing from the back, so they're gonna be able to get that one spread out to the other side of the vehicle, the arena. We're not in a car right now. As Law's wide open 3, he's not gonna miss it this time around, so now it's getting a little bit more in hand, 5-10, but with just what's gonna be around 30-25 seconds when they come out, not gonna be helping them out too much.
I will say that the play after the initial timeout has been a lot better, and I'm really looking forward to round 2. These teams are really getting into their grooves. They're getting these plays together. They're getting the verbal offenses set up, and this shot will sail wide back into the hands, though, of Sonic Rollin. Sonic Rollin will follow up with another shot that is wide and will bounce out towards mid as the time runs out.
Yeah, that's going to do it for our round right here. So 10-5 going in the favor of Space Force, but the end there getting a little bit tighter. So seeing if High Voltage can bring this offense going into the second round.
And Quoden TV asking, what would be a good team name? I got nothing. What do you got?
Team names. I'm terrible. Don't name your team. I'm terrible.
You can name your team Eclipse. That one's free right now. No laughter. Come on, Caption. That was a decent one.
I was drinking, and I was waiting for the other reaction we had in the background.
As Palidore, I don't know if the stream can hear Palidore as he makes some noises that show a little bit of disappointment and disapproval with that joke.
No. It's called fiery hatred. But continue.
And as Sneaky Evil says, tell me why no one is in VRML Spectator. I don't know. But, Caption, let's look at these stats after the first round.
Sure, I mean, notable player definitely for me that I was watching the whole time, and I said his name more than enough times. Arrow Knight. I mean, stat sheet wise, I mean, it's not the prettiest thing. I mean, Anime taking away the 4 saves there for Arrow Knight, 3-1-1-17, but he was absolutely all over everyone on the offensive side, just doing a lot for his team there on the defense. So, just not on the stat sheet, but just really, really good play all around for him to get his team a little bit closer and stopping that scoring coming from high voltage.
And it was a good thing we went over the stats, because with that reset, it wiped them. So we are in the second round, the first round going to Space Force.
All right, so back out into round 2 we go. Teams on the way. It's going to be a headbutt coming from the side of Space Force, and we're going to be recovering that disc, but just missing off that bottom corner, so it's going to be all the way back. But Arrow Knight looking to get that one back, but just a little bit out of it, as this boost going to be coming from high voltage. High voltage almost looking for that cloud shot there, just missing off that block, but by barely. So it's going to be recovered here once again from Space Force, as he's getting this one passed out back over to Arrow Knight. So it's going to be another offensive opportunity here, as he's looking to go up off the top, trying to recreate what he did in that first game, but not going to be happening. But back again into the side of Ender Slot. He gets a really nice stun off walls there and just brings it in, walks it in for 2 points.
Ender Slot with that steezy shot, looking like he didn't even need to put any oomph into it, pulling that goalie out of the goal and getting a really stylish shot.
I mean, Ender Slot just doing what Ender Slot does best. I mean, you know, you have 10,000 games under your belt over in the pubs. Shout out to him. I mean, got to pick up something from it, and he showed it off there, getting that great stun off. So it's going to be back over to the offensive joust we go, and a great defensive play from who else than Ender Slot, the man we were just talking about, as they're going to go ahead and try to get offense regained here for Space Force.
And as that clear sails through, getting that pickup will be Arrow Knight, and the shot at 7 meters. It's a 4-point lead. Favors Space Force. 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. A strong initial showing from Space Force. High voltage has to be feeling the pressure. They got to make something happen.
Yeah, Space Force definitely taking a different approach from this game. I mean, last time it was a little bit of a slower start for both teams here, so 4-0 just like that for Space Force. Got to be feeling good going into this game too, so it's going to be high voltage looking to recoup themselves from this, maybe get something going, as the disc almost just rolls back into Fire Ninja's hands, but gonna be back over to Lanzan. But Fire Ninja gonna find that back in his possession, but stunned out right away from Arrow Knight, as now he's looking to dance around and get it maybe cleared out or a pass, as he's just going around Fire Ninja there, as he finally gets that one out and a clear, but almost a pass over to Enderslot, as it gets recovered by aforementioned Fire Ninja.
So Fire Ninja with that clear, trying to pick it up off the floor. And they don't need to. They don't need to get it up off the floor. I don't even know. Able to get that bounce shot at 47 meters. Fire Ninja. It's now a 1-point game.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to make that game, this match 1 point, is Fire Ninja looking for a clear and boost, but more like a shot. I mean, right off that top trench all the way to the bottom of the floor and finding itself in for 3 points. So that's definitely going to be something that I think high voltage is going to take and try to make something of it here as they look for a defensive stop.
So picking it up off the ceiling, getting possession, getting that steal will be Laws are the best, trying to take it out of his backfield, getting that clear through tube, but trying to pick it up and not able to will be Space Force. So it will now be a challenge for possession as it sails back towards the mid.
Yeah, so a clear again. Going out here, that could almost had the angle to be an absolute another upset of a 3-point shot, but it's going to be a clear out here, as Laws are the best. Is going to find this one at the midfield. Goes for something off the top trench, but not going to get any angle there, so it's going to be over to Arrow Knight's possession, but as he loses that, Sonic Rolling going to pick that up as he goes for his own 3. Goalie's going to be there, though, so Anime for Life has kind of an easy stop there, but back in the possession there for Sonic Rolling as he gets a great pass going up, but the shield not going to be your friend. Could be a back pass, though. I'm sure that's what he's calling it right now, but into Fire Ninja's hands, but cleared out right away from Space Force.
Another casualty of the sneeze guard. That offensive advantage completely stopped by the shield as they lose it, and it's now back into the hands of high voltage in that backfield as they clear it through, and they're trying to get another attempt at the goal. Hopefully the shield won't stop them this time.
Yeah, all the way back. It's a little bit of a race for the disc. Fire Ninja almost getting that one away as he got that stun, but Enderslot gonna be there to clean him up as he gets a clear going out, which is gonna be met by Lanzan at the back. So it's a one-on-one for right now. This boost gonna be stopping that though. He tries to jump out of the way, but Sonic Roland still getting a hand on it. But Anime for Life now looking to come in. He looks for a shot, but only gonna be there. Hits the post regardless. So not gonna be much gonna be happening there as a slap is gonna come out and bring that all the way over to Space Force's side.
Space Force trying to boost down to this, trying to make something happen, getting the stuns in the backfield on high voltage, trying to give their teammate time to get it out, and the slap out, looking like some miscommunication, some disarray as they scramble for possession, and it floats down in front of Laws of the Best, and he slaps it in at 3 meters.
Yeah, Lol's just kind of cleaning up the garbage. This is kind of what that hockey term is. You have something in front of the net, you just put it in as best as you can, and that's sure what he did off that slap, but it's going to give them a 1-point lead. Goals are goals, so I'm sure you're not going to complain about anything in this league.
Take what you can get and never complain about it. So with possession, Sonic Roland getting that clear downfield, trying to boost to it, but beaten by Space Force. They'll get a clear through tube, and it will be another advantage offense. Excuse me, I'm losing track of my words. I'm just gonna let you take over, Caption.
It's gonna be back over to the possession here for Space Force. Try to get a shot on, but it's gonna be stunned out right away over from the side of high voltage as this boost gonna be going on, but Arrow Knight dodging out of that, but a player right all over that passing target as he gets that back pass going over to Crosscheck. Crosscheck looking to get this one cleared out, and it's gonna be successfully done so as this boost gonna be going on for Laws. Laws looking at a shot, but really low there, so not gonna be able to pick that one up, but this rebound could be trouble as he goes for that wide open 3 and putting this gap to 4 points, so it's gonna be 8-4 now coming out for the side of high voltage.
Space Force able to start off the second round with that 4-point lead, but crawling back and taking advantages where they can get them is high voltage now leading by 4, 3 minutes remaining. They might take the second round and force a third round in this series.
Yeah, so really creeping on, trying to get that third round. It's going to be a pass going all the way down into the hands of Enderslot. Enderslot a little bit more quiet this game, so he's going to get a pass going to Lanzan. Lanzan looking at a one-on-one, going to be able to hit it off the head. Fortunately, off cross-check there, and it trickles itself behind the goal. So now looking at a 2-point game as we do unfortunately have a player drop here, and we are looking at another reset situation.
Can I get a replay of that last shot? I want to see that. And looking like it bounced off the head of the challenging offender on the goalie, and then bounced off the goalie's head. Did you see that, Caption?
I thought it just bounced off cross-check that. I mean, let's see right here.
Looking like I gotta maximize that.
Hey, boys.
I don't know.
Very interesting interaction. Looking like it bounced off cross-check and then off the challenger, but really some good pressure from that offense, challenging the goalie, able to create disarray in the goal, and able to get that shot, get that goal off the ricochet off the head. I don't know who it ricocheted off of, but it was an opportune, it was an advantageous ricochet, and they'll get those points. So it will now only be a 2-point game in favor of high voltage. Space Force looking to come back 4 minutes into this timeout. I think this is the second timeout of this game. So we might be running a little bit behind schedule, running into technical difficulties, but we're hanging on, and we'll give you the best show that we can give you.
Yeah, I mean, of course, in any game you're going to have here, especially one that I'm pretty sure we all know, especially the last couple of weeks specifically. I mean, crashes have just kind of been a thing that we've been dealing with as casters, as players. It's something we've been seeing a lot more recently, of course, and it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen. But what else is going to happen? The player joins back, so we are looking to get our game back on the way.
Quick note, too, by the way, to the viewers at home. Over on VRML Channel 2 at the moment, Wireless Jacks versus Creamy Milk is about to start. That's going to be also an intriguing match. So you got some choices. Following this match, presuming that the teams wait, will be having Night and Flare on this channel right here. So stay tuned for that as well.
Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I ask you once again, please give us your bits. Give us everything. Please show your love for VRML. Please put poggers in chat. Please do everything that you can to show your love. As we are approaching the end of the first season, we are really in store for some great things.
To clarify, Poggers are fine. Quit asking people for bits, Sputnik.
Hoggers.
I've got a hard sales pitch. I'm gonna ask you straight up for those bits. But really, thank you, everyone. You know, you don't have to give us your money when I say you do. It's my shtick. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned. And we really all do appreciate it. We love what we're doing here, and we love that you all are so interested in it. And I'm gonna get emotional, but thank you.
Poggers for the love, I suppose. Yes, as looks like these teams are okay. Just clarifying here. I wasn't sure if we got another timeout, which would have been not ideal. But I think we're good. Okay, continue.
But as I say all the nice things about what we've done, I looked at Caption getting into the casting more seriously as we've gotten into the later part of the season, and it's really been great to watch everyone develop all around. And with these teams readying up, it's looking like we'll get back underway.
Yep, looking to get back into this game. It is a close one. I mean, still anyone's game at this point. 8-6. Space Force crawling back up. They were ahead by 4 points, seeing themselves down by 4 points, and now just a 2-point game.
A really great game. Really great series from both these teams. Very evenly matched. They're looking like they're made for each other. I'm sure that these teams scrim all the time. And it's terrific to watch them play on VRML. Admittedly, though, we'd like for this to get underway sooner than later. We all want to get to these matches tonight, but we are here for the long run. And I'm really looking forward to see how this match pans out. I just want it to play out because I'm so excited to see how it plays out.
As looks like your wish is going to be granted. Almost as I heard a team ready up and is going to be back into this match. So again, 8-6, we are going to see possession going into the side of High Voltage, seeing if they can take advantage, maybe get another goal and try to spread their lead up a little bit more as this joust going to be going out, and it's going to be cross-check, passing this one over to Sonic Roland.
So with that clear, trying to get that possession off the geometry and finding it, but not able to find that shot. It will bounce wide, but picking it up and trying to find another shot will be this High Voltage offense. And trying to get another shot, they'll get stopped in the bubble. They'll be stuffed in another clear through tube from Space Force.
And a great clear there as it's going to find itself all the way down as this player going to be coming in looking to tie this game up, and it's going to be ripped out of his possession, or at least attempted possession there by the side of High Voltage, but it's going to be Enderslot looking to come back up. He does have a player crossing in, just a little bit too low on that cross pass though, but going to be finding itself back over to Aeronite as they are able to regain possession and try to get this one passed around. So just one pass could be the tying of this game as it's going to go behind and find itself in the back of the goal. Enderslot making this game all tied up 8-8.
Looking to come back, looking to take this round and end this series with a victory in the second. High Voltage trying to not make that happen with Joust advantage. What can they do?
Yeah, Joust advantage coming out. High pressure situation now for High Voltage. They just got a game tied up and a team coming off them with a lot of momentum. As it's going to be Enderslot jumping out of the way as he sends this one up. So Aeronite now looking to put some pressure on, passes that one back over to Enderslot. Enderslot now looking to get this one over. He goes for a shot, but cross-check denying him there as he gets that one cleared out, but back in the hands of Anime for life. As Anime now trying to slowly bring this one up, has Enderslot cross. Player's going to pick up on that though, so he's just going to send this one back over to Lanzan. Lanzan looking to come up. He's going to take a shot, makes it another 2-point lead. So quick succession here. It's going to be 3 quick goals, make it 10-8, Sputnik.
Great placed shot in that upper pocket. Would have been a hard one to save. Goalie might have had to jump for it. So coming back from that upset, though, that looking like it was going to happen upset, is Space Force taking the lead by 2 points, like you said, Caption.
In minute 10 here, I mean, still can happen as this is a wide open opportunity there, and Sonic Rolling going to tie this game back up. So now we're getting back and forth game going on here. So this is exactly what we want to see coming into these last minute. Anything can happen. It's anyone's game.
It is, and Space Force looking to take the second round and end it. and High Voltage looking to take the second round and stay in it. So, you know, with very few games remaining in this season, these teams want these victories. They're going to play as hard as they can play. They're going to try and squeeze them out with the smallest of margins and trying to find that shot as Lands in. It's going to sail back to him, but he's stunned out, and it'll probably go into the hands, and it will go into the hands of High Voltage.
Yeah, High Voltage, we just heard that 30-second tick go on, so just 20 seconds left. It's going to be, actually, it's going to be High Voltage here with the advantage, looking to get something on with his goalie. Cross-check going up, he's trying to get that one back, but unfortunately just missing. 15 seconds left. Next goal is going to win this game, regardless of if we go to overtime or not, Sputnik. So seeing what happens here as we get a clear going on. These players might have to mesh up here to get something going. With this clock winding down, it is going to be going to overtime.
I've never gone into OT. I've never gone into
Very
OT.
exciting second round.
This is not okay.
And I'm looking forward to see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to see who wins this neutral joust. Whoever wins the neutral joust in 3v3 had a sizable advantage. In 4v4, not as much, but still it is a massive advantage to take possession at the neutral joust.
I mean, again, same with 3v3. Most of the goals you see in overtime come right off this, as it's going to be headbutt right away coming out, but going to be taking that one in is a good play there coming for the side of High Voltage, but a steal from Fire Knight is going to put that one on. It was on target, just a little bit too high though. That boost can do a lot of damage. That stun going to be coming in. A great stun coming out now as they look to get this one out.
And with the slap to mid into the hands of Anime for life, Anime sending it back into the hands of Lanzin, and under pressure he has to send it through tube, but luckily it goes right into the hands of Ender's slot.
Yeah, so Ender going to be able to get that one over. This is looking like a good situation here for Space Force to get that one up. And Arrow Knight putting this game away, winning it in overtime in the second round, 12-10 off that great feed to the top of that shield there. So great stuff coming from Space Force.
Great stuff coming from Space Force. And really great match. For all the people that stayed tuned through the technical difficulties, we thank you, and I'm sure the players thank you, because it was a great matchup, and it looked great for all of us. With the win in overtime in the second round, it will be Space Force to take this series. A terrific game, and really, I just want to see what the stats are, but we don't have the full picture, so unfortunately, you know, as Palidore tells me, we gotta go. I'm speaking too much on this game. It's been great. So, Caption, anything to say?
No, I mean, obviously a great game went to overtime, but we are excited to see this next one, the next match we're going to have for you very, very shortly. No one go anywhere. It's going to be Flare versus Ignite.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Apologies there for the little bit of delays here. Appreciate the teams for waiting as we got our third match on this stream all up in a row. It's going to be Ignite here facing off against Flare. And what is going to be a very intriguing match. Two of these fire-themed teams going head-to-head for hopefully a fiery 3-round match. If I can get my wish for the day. Let's see. Okay, just verifying I did ping the teams in the right channel, indeed. So they've been pinged. We're all good. As you might have heard the players say right here, it's saying good luck and whatnot. But yeah, Palidore and Caption in the booth right now. Sputnik in that last cast and shall be joining us again a little bit later too. So how's it going, Caption?
I mean, after that last match, obviously game 2 going to overtime, I mean, I'm doing more than fantastic. I'm hoping to see a little bit more coming out of this game as well, as I'm really excited.
Yeah, same here for sure. It's 20-some people joining us here throughout the night, in and out. We've also got the other match there on Channel 2 at the moment, Wireless Jacks versus Creamy Milk. So you got some choices. Both of these matches bound to be pretty hot as Chrome Platypus. There you go, first shots, swinging around the post for the dunk.
And Chrome making that dunk look really hot as he fakes around the back, goes around the front. I mean, that's almost kind of what you got to do with those dunks here, because a lot of goalies are starting to pick up on this. So if you just go for a straight dunk, a lot of them can pick them off. So Chrome faking it and going for it.
Yeah, Chrome, very good striker here for Flare. Speaking of, it's Voodoo with a disc going across now, finding game on that pass. The bold punch works out for him, gets the disc right back, but now stolen by Franz.
Yeah, Franz getting a great steal on game. I mean, that was a threatening position for him, but it's going to find itself back into the hands of Voodoo as he backs this one out to Grumpy. So now, again, Flare looking to get some offense set up.
Yeah, and we got, looks like, first minute of play out. I mean, thing is here, Flare getting multiple possessions, I think you know as well as I do and everyone else in chat. Dangerous to give them so many attempts. And here goes again, looking like another retention possibly. So over and over.
Yeah, and the one thing to note here is even if they're getting stunned, I mean, they're putting that disc in the best possible spot, so it's going to be Grumpy coming up and getting robbed from Duel as he's below right with him and just sticks his arm out in the right spot as this boost is going to be coming in, but the goalie going to be able to fare back, so it's going to be the side of Flare trying to get that one out, but into VTS's hands.
Wait,
oh
what?
My God!
I'm so confused on what just happened there. That's a 3-point shot as well. My angle was very odd on that one, so I'm not even sure I understand, but it looked like it was a 3, so clearly it must have been a headbutt of some sort.
Yeah, it was, and from my angle, it looked like Voodoo, I don't know if he ducked or something, but just NASA'd that disc. I'm going to call it a NASA as he put it into the back, but Game looking to clean up a little bit, so 2 points coming there, so it's going to be another 1-point lead coming out for the side of Flare, but my jaw is still on the ground. I've never seen something like that happen before.
Yeah, we'll have to give that one a little bit of review later, I suppose, because that was an interesting turn of events for sure. But either or, not long into that joust, right back at him was Flare with a score. So goal for goal at the moment, up by 1 on the orange side here for Flare.
Yeah, and that kind of clear there, not really helping Flare's or Ignite. Sorry, again, 2 fire-themed teams. We have to be, I have to be careful as Flare, Voodoo, gonna put that one in for 2 as he gets this one up 6-3.
Yeah, igniting the fire, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, gotta love the, I guess, symmetry of sorts here. Both these teams, super talented. I mean, chock full of veteran players, top to bottom. Everyone here has been around for quite a long time in Echo. These are some seriously experienced teams.
Yeah, and that's going to come across here. Going to see passing and patience playing off both hands as, again, you see that, but experience as well going in that defense as Chrome always looking for in those cloud shots, just missing out on it. So it's going to be Game looking to get a 3-pointer, but just missing out as well.
And Grumpy is also on that one. So, again, it's a case of just Flare over and over on these assaults, non-stop, relentless, and getting the goal as a result. So 8-3 now.
Yeah, and that was a great in-pass coming. I called it an in-pass because it wasn't a cross. It was from the top to the bottom. And it was just a great pickup there from Chrome. I mean, he had pretty much the whole net there shoot out at the position he was at and just putting that in the best possible spot. So it's going to be 2 points with that great pass coming from Game.
and BTS here. Quick rollout. Fortunate to avoid that defense at first, but Game still gets the disc right back and has an open slot, but cut off there by VTS. Just diving in and talking about the veteranship. We all know how good he is at goal. He has had some in recent weeks, amazingly clutch saves.
Yeah, and showing like he gave up half the goal, but just getting that duck in at the last second, kind of baiting Game into that shot. So a great play just in general there from VTS, as we're gonna get this one going up the Game, back down to Chrome, and another 2 points coming for Flair.
The passing game from Game, and Flair as a whole has been a huge reason for their success. I mean, you know, in any given night, sure, I know the whole theme is the Game kind of meme of sorts, where he's been on fire, you know, just in general in Season 1, but really it's the collective effort, the passing for Flair, that really enables him to score so much as much as anything.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, as much as, you know, Flair as a team has just been fantastic. It's just been their way to, I think, almost realize that Game has just been ridiculous this season, almost playing through him, as Grumpy going to be denying that goal and getting that one cleared out.
The shot there was forced a bit early, so that will result in the Game. Speaking of the man, it's a 2 points. But yeah, shooting that one. I mean, I know the defense was on the feet, but you know, from 8 or 9 meters out on that shot, that's going to be a pretty quick and easy grab for that goalie over there on Flair.
Yeah, especially any defender like Grumpy, I mean, who's been around kind of playing that goal position for a while. I mean, I'm sure he's seen it more than enough times to get his hand out. And speaking of the devil, he almost gets that one out, but it's going to be back over into the side of Flair as they try to get this one cleared out as well. And a great clear they do have as Game going to be looking all the way down, I'm sure, as he goes for a shot, but just dings it off the top.
Oh, and again a save from VTS coming through, just swooping by. You can see the dangers of Game on that almost hit, and then the dangers of VTS on that definite save.
Yeah, just the two teams right here, and so around this level, you don't want to be taking those shots because you know they're just, the goalies are just such a good level, they're going to be able to get that. So this passing as well on such a good level, you're going to have high to bottom things here. So it's going to be Voodoo giving that one back over to Game. Game now looking in, gets that one underneath. A great shot from Game, going to make this game 14-3.
Yeah, pulling away at the moment here for Flair. Based a lot on, I mean, Game, 6 points for him, but Chrome as well, 6 points. And not to mention the several assists between all these teammates here on Flair, and that is the story of their season, not to mention just the series at the moment. Always a factor. But Ignite's going to launch off, and you know, one of the longest-lasting teams, period, in Echo Arena, you know, both by roster and name. Looking forward to, you know, seeing if they can compete here and contest. I mean, they've been consistent as just about anyone for the last few years. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely been that kind of same danger level team too, as they've been a good team every single season. They've been playing in any competition here, so I mean, definitely really awesome to see them stick together.
Yeah, gotta love that. Just the camaraderie and that, yeah, the team play. You know, for a long time here, and I kind of make the comparison sometimes. Ignite, among the NA crowd, anyways. Ignite is kind of like the Smash Dash, you know, to NA. Smash Dash is another one of those teams over in Europe, very much the same, where they've had, you know, a lot of these veteran players, veteran teams, and they've been around since just about the very, very beginning. So yeah, it's good to see, you know, despite the fact that there are so many new teams in the league these days, you still have the veterans sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, and that's going to be Duel looking for a shot, but unfortunately just hitting that block that gives everyone night terror. So it's going to be a pass over to Wolf. Wolf trying to come in, but he's going to get stunned out before he can do anything. So Franz now, again, getting stunned out with Grumpy diving out to recover that.
And gets the clear as well, so less than 2 minutes left. And Flair maybe on pace to win this one with especially another score there right through the wickets of the defense. And 16-3, and yeah, it looks like Flair's very likely going to be taking this one away, at least in the first.
Yeah, 16-3. I mean, you got to be feeling good about it so far, and I'm sure they're not going to let anything down. They still do have a minute and a half left, so both teams still looking to come out with some fire, you know, even if Ignite thinks it's over, still got to make some points happen, bring something over to the next round. But unfortunately, Chrome Platypus going to be taking that one off and just getting the really nice bounce off that top of the backboard there to put it in the top.
Yeah, for that one, it was kind of a, is it in? Nope. Just kidding. Yep. Looked like It was probably just going to bounce out, but yeah, it found just the top corner, an inch off, and that would have been in. So fortunate hit off the backboard there for Flair, and they're just going to continue rolling here. I mean, you know, Ignite, they are never a team to slouch against, but Flair have been kind of on a different level across the season. They've impressed so many players and viewers to the point that, yeah, they're no longer the upset kings as we like to talk about. They are a definitive Master League team, Master Tier team in Master League going into these playoffs and finals in the coming weeks.
Yeah, pretty much the best story I think we've had so far is Kame is going to go for another shot, and it's going to be recovered over to Grumpy.
And they'll just back it out and play it patiently here. Have it actually snagged away by Wolf. See Purple Mikey in the chat saying, wow, very skilled players out there on both sides. Very true. Yeah, these two teams super hot in their name and beyond. Their name and their game, basically. But, yeah, just it's fun to watch at this level.
I mean, never anything to disappoint here, as it is going to be a game taken away from the side of Flair, 19-3, and a great round coming from both teams, as it was a great round for us to see as well.
Yeah, and on that note, too, just hello. You know, in addition to Purple and Mike, you got Lynx in there. Lynx, Twitch, Arrow Knight, Newton, and XI or Z 047. So nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. And
yeah, and Arrow Knight, of course, coming from our last game. So you definitely had a lot of fun getting that victory. But right now, it looks like it's going to be the side of Flair looking to do the same, as they just took that first round by a reasonable mark, and both players, are all players on their team, having a big part in that. I mean, Grumpy, 2 saves, 6 stuns, but most of the stuff he's been doing has been off the stat board, as he's just getting that reset and really controlling the flow of the game. And Game himself coming in with not only 8 points, which is second highest at Chrome with 9, but 3 assists as well. So not only scoring a lot for his team, but really spreading it out and just getting his teammates wide open looks. Of course, that 3 points that was coming off for the side of Ignite was that weird oddity we seen somewhere in the, I believe.
Yeah, I was close to the beginning. I think that might have been maybe the second goal, third, but something like that. I still got to investigate later on after all these streams are over. That was just want to get a good look for myself and see what was going on. But nonetheless, we'll roll with it, as will Flair for sure, as they continue to go into the second round now.
Yeah, so Flair looking out to come as hot as they were coming out of that match last time, as they win this initial joust and try to look for advantage here.
We'll eventually get set advantage, at least on the number situation, finding the good pass down below, and a very crafty move. Chrome Platypus opening round 2 just about the same way he opened up the first. He had a very similar move from the right corner last time.
Yeah, that's something I was just about to mention here. This time it almost looked like he faked to do what he was going to do last time, which was fake to dunk around and go back around, but he just kind of jittered and went right for it. So 2 points here for Chrome Platypus, as he's putting his team up just the same way as they did last time, 2-0.
I think he almost, in that kind of situation, if he's coming in from a corner, maybe just dive next time if he's going to go for that move. That is that would be incredibly difficult to save if you're stationary in goal.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these dunks, but could be a thing here as we see a great cross pass come from Wolf to Franz. So tying this game up to 2. So now trying to get this game a lot closer here. Just 9 minutes in, it's all tied up here for him.
And Dollar Ranger also in the chat there from Deception, mentioning 21 meters per second, I believe, on that dunk earlier from Chrome. Yeah, I mean, it was a quick move, so I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Flair looking just to go for one of their classic plays there, but unfortunately Game just missing off that backboard, so it's going to be looked to get cleared out for Ignite, but matched out by Flair as they get it there at the same time, but all 3 players for Ignite got to be back, so now looking to spread something out.
Yeah, and think even that one shot from Game Up High maybe didn't even recognize VTS. Either way, though, recognizing this open goal, couldn't convert quite as well as he wanted to, and every opportunity missed against a team like Flair is going to be one of those things that probably bite you in the long run, in the behind. So trying to not get behind with some grabs here, and it's another good defensive play, this time Franz.
And something you like to point out a lot as well, I see in the corner of my eye, that goal was wide open, but Grumpy coming away with absolutely fantastic lead is going to be able to get back to the goal to slow down that defense, or that offense more or less, sorry. So it's going to be back over to the side of Flair as they look to get something cleared out once again and maybe set up another offensive opportunity.
Well, that's a mad scramble that ends up in a mad crazy shot from Game. How about that one?
Yeah, I mean, Game just... one of the players in this league you can't even show a millimeter of an open goal to, and that time almost seemed like the whole thing was open. So from all the way from pretty much half court, he's just going to make that one to put it to a 5-2 game.
I mean, he'll definitely look for every opportunity. Talk about missed opportunities. It's rare for Game to really miss one, and he doesn't even have to have the best line of sight on it for that matter. He'll just, if he has the window, he'll shoot it, and he'll make it a scary amount of the time.
Looking to make something of their own is Flair, looking to come in with a couple of really nice passes there. It's going to be VTS dropping that one back over to Wolf. Wolf looking to come in,
Oh,
and
no.
again, somehow hitting off of Voodoo and putting that one in for another 2 points.
Oh boy, so for the second time, that one not quite as speedy, nor was it a three-point shot like that one from round one, but nonetheless, we've seen a couple of those awkward headbutt plays just kind of go a direction they did not intend for it to go.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely something
wow.
that's a little bit comical there, as that shot's going to come off, but Grumpy going to be there to actually save that one. That was looking like it was a shot on net, so it's going to be Flair looking to break out, and again,
Headbutt.
unfortunately hitting a head there once again. Going to send it back over, but it looks like Flair should be able to recover this.
Hey, always tough hitting those teammates' heads and knocking it loose when you feel like, yeah, we got firm control. You'll definitely see players do that from time to time, although people have gotten more used to and kind of accommodating for it. So when you're attached to your teammate, holding onto their feet, kind of ducking below them to their left side if they're right-handed and things like that. As a good shot comes through from Franz, that was very casual, and Grumpiest Broom quite unhappy at conceding that one.
Yeah, I think it was a little unhappy as that block. As we all know from probably personal experience, I'm sure
Yeah.
every player in the game has felt it once, where you have that save coming straight at your chest, you put your hand out, and bang, you shoot yourself backwards instead of grabbing it. And, you know, it's just that heart-sinking feeling, that gut-wrenching feeling that we all get.
Yeah, the block from the block, and like I said, any player who's played has been around that block quite a few times. Always frustrating. But over here in the clear, it's going to be Ignite now looking for the boost, but recovered over by Flair again.
Yeah, so Flair again looking to come out hot, get something going as Voodoo has possession. He's going to send this one over to a quickly contested Grumpy from Duel there. So it's going to be back over to Ignite as they send it out, try to get something going, but it's going to be Game there playing that back line, going to be able to get that one going again for his team as he looks to send this one up. So now Chrome open shot, not going to miss that, make this one a 2-point lead, 8-6 now, coming out for the side of Flair.
Very efficient on that shot there. You see Game in the tunnel kind of lining up, no doubt eyeing the goal at first, and I'm sure he gave it a little bit of thought. No, I got a teammate, I'll pass it. And he did, very willing passer when the teammates are available for him, and that was the wise move to get themselves a 3 at the end of it. Also, Andy, hi. Are you saying that to me? I thought that was just a thing between Sealable and I, because It was a weird thing I said after. Never mind. Neither here nor there. But Game is going to take that away and go for the shots. It's up by 4.
Yeah, so Game taking this one away to a 10-6 game now. It's going to be a 4-point lead here coming in for the side of Flair. So Flair looking to kind of take away from this game now. 4 minutes left. They've had a couple of goals in a row and not looking to slow down.
And yeah, just to expand on it a slight bit. See, when Sealable says it, I have context in my head for why he said it. When you say it, I'm just thinking, wait, what? But, hi, son. Carry on.
Ooh. Just a response here, but it's going to be a response from Ignite, more or less, making this a 10-8 game from Wolves. So putting this one down, so they're getting ever closer here. It looks like Ignite trying to scratch themselves out. But just to answer Shepard's question that was in the chat there, the first round score was 19-3 for the side of Flair.
How did you know that? You a caster or something?
Maybe.
Well, good stuff there, keeping us all informed as this pass goes up here and keeping losing it again. Oh, most on the save. How many of these have we seen today in just this game alone?
I don't know, but Voodoo has to be smiling about that one, as this time it's not ending up in his own goal, it's ending up in the opposing goal. So another 4-point lead here coming out for the side of Flair.
Yeah, so 19-3, strong first round, 12-8 here in the second. I can only assume by the pop-in numbers, well, and by the fact that Swift there saying in the chat, Strem, his first cast of the season for VRML coming in here. That's a really? That has to be, what, the 6th time we've seen one of these goals turn into self-goals. Unbelievable. Getting away from that, though. I'm glad to hear Strem's cast went well. I hope that's not sarcasm, but Andy seeming to agree there. Very happy to hear that. Yeah, Strem on board now. I still need to see an Andy Strem cast sooner than later.
Yeah, get on it. I need to see the Andy Seal cast. I'm calling them out. I said I wouldn't, but I'm here. As that shot's going to be here as well, but VTS is going to be there in goal as he's been all game and taking that one away as well. He's been doing all game. Unfortunately, that overboost, that was going to be a great opportunity for the side of Ignite, but just missing out on it.
Yeah, a 2-point match here after that back and forth flurry, and it'll continue to be a bit of a flurry, I suppose, and even counting towards a save there, I guess. Wolf, the crafty dodge, but the stack unfazed and unbroken, but will overshoot again. So just dodging kind of with a hair on their neck standing up, no doubt, through these stacks.
Yeah, looking to get some good passing play, but Game gonna be in the best spot possible there as he ends up with the disc in his hand and tries to send that one out. Gonna be a little bit short, but it's gonna be Grumpy now looking to have that as he's just dodging out of the way as those oncoming boosts come in. He now has disc. He's gonna get that one up over to the top.
And Chrome Platypus trying to reset, has a couple options. You see Franz actually trying to deny that back line, that reset. So, you know, trying to play it wisely, but alas, I had the double reset going now forward here. Any score with 1 minute left will be super good for Flair. But just the same, if we can get a tie here for Ignite off of this clear, maybe, it would be even better for a potential round 3.
Yeah, the Game coming back with the possession here as he's actually going to get a great pull over to Grumpy. Grumpy making a couple moves and putting that one behind the goal. He's 15-10 game here, so now it's a 2-goal game no matter what happens.
And that's a new one from Grumpy, or at least new-ish. Now, he's the one who throws in a absolute truckload of fakes, but usually it's a bit of a different one. That one was almost a finesse kind of fake where he waved it around like a wand. You're a wizard, Grumpy, but nice hit on that shot.
So now rolling into these last 30 seconds, it's going to be Flair coming back with possession of the disc as they're just looking to slow this one down, maybe get another
goal. That would have been in. But, yeah, it's not going to get it done. And with 15 seconds, the game will be conceded no matter what here. Just no time. I mean, there's the boost. But, yeah, such a close second round. And Ignite making a huge fight of it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be 2-0 sweep favoring Flair. And they just continue to roll with one more save at that here in Season 1.
Yeah, so a great game coming on for Flair. And just quickly, I do want to thank both teams. I mean, it's something we've seen a couple of times, specifically from Flair, just waiting on the unfortunate delays coming in, and of course all the people at home watching us with the unfortunate delays and just sticking around and being patient with everything. So we thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the match was actually today starting pretty much on time. It wasn't huge delays in that matter. It was just more so the timeouts. There were a few timeouts that ended up piling up, through no fault of the players themselves. So it'll happen. But the start times have been pretty solid. Now, with that said, gonna go on mute for just the briefest of moments as we do have the next match coming up quick, which is Boosty Boys versus Reboot, and it will actually be our final match of the evening. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to the last matchup of tonight. It is Boosty Boys versus Reboot. And I just want to say, can I get some poggers, a round of applause, anything? Can I just get some hype for Captain Canada's first cast? And looking like these teams are getting the match really underway so quickly. Captain, I want you to take over. Let's see what you got.
Oh, will do. Thanks for having me. As we are coming out of the tubes here, both teams trying to fight for this disc. It is going to be won by Boosty Boys going over to the bubble of Reboot. And Reboot's Bacon going to be picking up the disc here, looking for his options though. Going to be passing it over to Delusion. He's going to take his time here. He's got a lot of space and he's got options. Going to get a slow pass over to Sandwich. And still, lots of space, lots of options for both teams. But the errant pass going to hit a Geo and go into the hands of Boosty Boys, who get the clear off to the other end.
Reboot with that really slow, methodical play, getting that great forward progress, but not able to get that pass they needed in the bubble to really get a scoring advantage, and it will go into the end of Reboot. Now Reboot's on defense.
Yeah, and we see here Boosty Boys trying to get the passing up and bait out those defenders, but just a couple errant passes going out. And the disc gets back in the hands of Reboot, with Delusion going up the field here, trying to get a pass off to Dipman. Going to be a little errant though, and they're gonna just retain the disc here to try to break into the bubble.
And they're trying to make this happen under pressure at ceiling. 17th charge will lose possession and try and get that clear, try and get these boosts down. Boosty Boys will do, and they'll see if they can get any points on the board, and they will at 8 meters.
Yeah, and you can see that both teams trying to get their stacks going as fast as possible, but Boosty Boys, like in their name saying, just boosting a little bit faster than Reboot and be able to get that 3.
And all getting the first points on the board, first points of this game. Just advantage to Reboot. Reboot looking to respond in kind, but able to recover it, sending it down into the bubble of Boosty Boys will be picked up.
Yes, and a clear trying to get through by Boosty Boys, but it's going to get picked up on the back line by 17th charge. Now Dipman with the disc, going to try to pass up to his teammate on Nest. That is Disillusion, going to try to fight his way into the bubble here, but an errant pass going to get intercepted by Dragon Knight or Dragon King for an errant clear to get back in the possession of Reboot.
Getting possession back and getting that open shot. Delusion with the assist from Shaken Bacon Sandwich. It's now a tie game with 7 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and just seeing Reboot take advantage of that defense being off kilter a little bit, and as we see Boosty Boys trying to respond here. Gonna be coming up the field is White Fox. He's got a lot of space and time here. Doesn't have to rush anything. He's got a teammate with him in the bubble, and gonna be waiting for that defender to come in. But White Fox doesn't apparently need to pass. He just goes in for the goal, a little fake, and scores.
White Fox posting up on post, able to evade that incoming defensive boost and get that shot in the bubble.
Yes, and we see 17th charge coming here with the QB, gonna be passing it up the field to his teammate, and another pass could be just going wide of Sandwich, but he's gonna pick it up. Gonna be on the floor here, trying to juke out the defenders. He's gonna get passed off to Delusion, to Dipman, back into the bubble. Not gonna quite get there, as Boosty Boys do try to clear. Not gonna quite get through though. Dipman with the disc, gonna try to force it to his teammate, but gonna get picked off by Boosty Boys for the clear. We have the disc in pocket now. Reboot gonna be picking up the disc, going for a clear, and possibly into the hands of Boosty Boys as they try to get it through here to get the offensive pressure going.
Yeah, looking like Boosty Boys is trying to get set up, and not able to get it out of their backfield. but they're trying to make any type of progress down court. Maybe get this shot, and it will be wide, but that boost comes in and follows up with another shot that's wide as it sails back towards mid.
And we see Reboot trying to just defend their goal here, but it's going to get swung in by White Fox as the goalie of...
Hello, stream. My Discord might have crashed. I'm Palidore, joining you for this a very unexpected cast as, oh, there we are, we're back. So carried away. Sorry, my Discord crashed, guys.
So before we left you, we had this cast going with the 7-3. So it remains the same score, and the disc will sail into the backfield of Reboot, where it will be picked up by Boosty Boys trying to make an attempt at another goal on this Reboot defense.
Yeah, that's for sure. Both teams trying to just regain a little bit of control on this disc as just trying to get the clears a little more on point here as they, an Eric Clear gets to the hands of Delusion, but can get it back in the hands of White Fox here. Trying to get it up to his teammates, try to break into the bubble. The shot going to go through, and Dragon King from 11 meters gets it past the goalie in for a 2.
The goalie of Reboot has to regret leaving the goal on that one. Dragon King able to turn around and respond with that long distance 3. It's a 10-point score to Boosty Boys, 7-point lead. Reboot with a mountain to climb with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
We see some of these charge giving the disc off to Delusion. Delusion going up the field to the pass for Dipman. Dipman getting up to Sandwich. Sandwich going in for the goal for the 2. A very nice passing play coming out from Reboot to get them closer to that 10 points.
Great response from Reboot. 5-point game. Looking like they're trying to come back. Looking like they might.
Definitely, as we see the offensive joust coming up for Boosty Boys. Alduin going to be passing the disc up, trying to get up to a teammate on the floor there, but going to be retained by Reboot as they have time and space. They're just going to pass it between each other. No boost coming out from the side of Boosty Boys, but is going to be pressured. Going to get an errant pass off to Disillusion, or Savage, sorry. Trying to get to Dipman, but it's going to get thrown wide and possibly picked up on the back end.
And this boost from Boosty Boys overshoots it, but able to recover, able to get it, but stunned out from that descending player hiding behind a block. So Reboot will get a second chance on this scoring attempt, but it'll be slapped towards mid and cleared by Boosty Boys.
Yes, and we see Boosty Boys coming on here with their fast stack and going in for the 2 is Stuffoff, and just going to put his team up for just more of a lead here.
And like you said earlier, really living up to their namesake, Boosty Boys playing quickly in transition. Reboot not able to respond to that quick play in transition, looking like they're trying to catch up, get a little situated, and find a way to tackle this quick play that Boosty Boys has presented them.
Yeah, for sure. And as we see, just a missed pass off the QB, going to be going ahead of their teammate. Going to be picked up by Boosty Boys. Probably going in for a 3 here, as Dragon King does. Going to be putting that from 18 meters as he sees the defense not at the net, and just giving them a 10-point lead now.
Long live the King, an 18-meter shot way outside the bubble. Like you said, a 10-point game, 90 seconds remaining. This first round is in the hands of Boosty Boys.
And we see QB just getting stunned out here, trying to get the disc over to his teammate and Dipman, but Dipman going to be stunned out as Reboot's trying to get some offensive momentum to try to put themselves in a better position for the next round in this series. A shot going to come in from low though. White Fox, seeing the goalie just getting set up, knows that he's going to be a little off kilter and puts his team up for another 2 points.
Reboot has a lot of fight in them. I know they're preparing for that second round. This first round, it's a little out of their control. They recognize that, and they're going to get ready to respond in the second round, working on their rollouts, trying to respond to this quick boost from Boosty Boys, and Boosty Boys able to get that interception in the tunnel and respond with a tube shot.
Yeah, we see Boosty Boys just keeping the pressure on here. They just knowing that when they're keeping the pressure on, when they have the advantage, they putting themselves in a better position for the next round mentally. And as we see a rollout coming out from the side of Reboot, as they're going to try to get this disc up the field. A long pass going to be going over to Disillusion, going to be picked up off the bounce of the wall, trying to get it forward, pass to Bowtie. And as we see Dipman right there, oh, and a big save coming out from Dragon King as he sees Dipman getting that pass from the bottom there to keep their team up 15 points.
I think that counts for another shot.
A real solid first round victory from Boosty Boys.
Yeah, I'll take at least 3.
Reboot needing to respond in this second round, and they've got the fight in them, and I can't wait to see what they've got in the second round. Do we got those stats? Let me see what those stats say. Can you tell us what those stats say, Captain?
Yeah, as we see here, Dragon King coming up with 6 points for his team, and ahead of him, White Fox with 9, and following up from that, we have Alduin with 3 and Stuff Muff with 2. Looking over at the the Reboot side, Disillusion leading his team with 3 points. Delusion, my bad, with 3 points, and Shake and Bacon with 2. Both teams with a lot of assists coming out. Dipman with 1, Sandwich with 1, and everyone on the team of Boosty Boys coming out with at least 1 assist, and Alduin with 2. Saves go. The only save we have on the field is White Fox on the team of Boosty Boys.
A lot of quick play in transition. So not looking like there's too many saves. But with this second round joust underway, who's going to take this second round, Captain?
Well, if we can see the team of Reboot kind of put themselves back into some offensive pressure, I believe, they could definitely bring this back into a 3-round series. As we see a clear going off from Reboot, but the fast stack of Boosty Boys is going to get to the disc first, as a pass going off to another Boosty Boys player here, Stuff Muff, looking for his teammate in Dragon Knight, going to be moving up the field, passing between each other, and we have pass to White Fox and just slipping it behind the goalie. Maybe he thought he was covered, as he did have a man marking him, just going to put them in for the lead.
From my angle, that looked like a no-look shot. I didn't expect that shot. It looked like White Fox was looking for an incoming player to feed the disc to, instead just turning around and whipping that right at the goalie, and proving to be the better decision, as gets points on the board, the first 2 points of this round.
Yeah, and we see Reboot just maybe needing to try to shut down these shots coming from White Fox, because it seems like every time he's been able to get into the bubble, he has been able to get a good look at the goal. Those pretty amazingly timed and placed 2-pointers from him. But as we do see some battling going off on the midline, Dragon Knight can be stunned from Reboot. Just got to get the retention of the disc, but is going to be an errant throw into the corner here, and going to be picked up by Sandwich. Sandwich looking for the back pass, getting it to 17th Charge, getting pressured here, going to be throwing it into the hands of Dragon King. Dragon King going for the pass, going to be on White Fox, and as the goalie is jumping out to him, just going to be faking him out and putting him up for 2 points in this round.
Boosty Boys up by 4, 7 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Joust advantage to Reboot. Reboot really needs to get into a rhythm, needs to get some good passing, some forward progress, and looking like they just made a mistake on the Joust advantage. They're going to be scrambling to get it out of their backfield.
Yeah, an interesting rollout coming up from the team of Reboot. They do still have their goalie in the back line, so you're just trying to just get rid of all these threes that are going to be tried on the goal here. And 17 Charge making that save, trying to get it out as a clear, but not going to get there as it gets in the hands of Boosty Boys. But going for the shot just wide is White Fox. He's really dangerous from that low position, as we've seen time and time again in this game. Going to be backing out getting put into Alduin, and as the goalie jumps out for it, just going to sneak by Alduin, putting himself on the board on this round.
Boosty Boys backline player able to get these reads, get these interceptions on these clears, stop any attempt from Reboot to get it out of their backfield and restarting their offense. Just a lot of dominant play from Boosty Boys. And Reboot looking to get on the board. They need this momentum, and they're going to try and do it. They're going to try and see what they can get on this attempt at Bubble.
And just another errant pass, just going past the hands of Delusion, but is going to get possibly thrown in for a 3 from the side of Reboot, but going wide, the disc is just going to get cleared out by the team of Boosty Boys. But 17th charge still sitting way back in his goal, just trying to negate every 3-pointer chance. He's going to get picked up by the goalie of Reboot, thrown out to Sandwich, and trying to get that pass off to Delusion. Delusion has got time and space here, going to survey the field, and get the pass off to Sandwich. Sandwich, again, still with lots of time and space, as he just misses the pass up the field, and going to get back in the hands of Reboot. As he gets stolen here by White Fox to clear it out for his team.
Reboot having all the right ideas, just falling a little short on execution. Hopefully things will fall in line, and they'll start getting in the rhythm that they so desperately need to get into. So with that clear into the backfield of Reboot, Reboot setting it back through Tube, trying to make something happen, trying to get these passes downfield. They're going to scramble to see what they've got getting these passes, and it's really interesting to see this.
Yes, and as you can see on the map here, Reboot electing to keep one man as far back as possible, really not moving up past Nest, 17th charge, and they're trying to get these pushes with 3 offensive players, but as we can see, 2 players breaking into the bubble, gonna go for a shot, low pocket, almost perfect placement there to slip it past the goalie for 2.
There we go, Reboot. That's what you need. 4 minutes on the clock, 40 seconds, 2 points on the board. It's only a 4-point game. Reboot looking to force a 3rd game with a 2nd round win.
And for sure, we'll see an offensive joust coming up from the side of Boosty Boys. Alduin gonna elect to take his time here as his team is up by 4. So seeing Reboot just trying to pressure the disc holder there. As they do get a stun off, it's going to get to Dragon Knight though, as he takes his time moving up the field, gonna get a long pass over to White Fox. White Fox back to Dragon Knight, not gonna quite get to him though, but he's gonna retain it. Getting pressured by Dipman. He's gonna get passed back to the midline, going for another pass in a bubble, not gonna quite get there, as we see a couple of errant passes going from the side of Boosty Boys. Got big steal from 17th charge as he gets his team back on the offensive.
As White Fox tries to duck and jump his way into some type of evasion over this other player, but not able to get that one. 17th will get the steal, and they'll lose possession, but they'll slap it right back into the bubble, regaining it. And White Fox will find a shot from below the goal. I believe that White Fox has 15 points so far. Really making a difference in this round.
Yes, for sure. And as we saw, White Fox just noticing that goalie being stunned out just the right moment to be able to slip it past him for the extra 2 points. But we do see Bacon Sandwich trying to get moved up the field here, but is going to get stunned out by a Boosty Boys player. Dragon Knight trying to get it across field to maybe retain the disc for his team, but going to get cleared out, just bouncing off of the double diamond there. Still going to be in the hands of Reboot. Getting pressured is Sandwich, but going to get past to Delusion. Delusion also pressured, going to get a back pass to his teammate. Trying to get some offensive pressure going as a pass goes close to Dipman, but it looks like Dipman might have had a technical problem there. As we do see the side of Boosty Boys picking up the disc, and taking his time is Alduin.
And we might have a timeout soon upon goal score. So with that dropout, Reboot man down. They don't have anybody in the backfield.
Oh,
But they'll get that stop. Excuse me, they did have a goalie, but he will get that stop. Delusion will lose possession. So with this man disadvantage, the cards are really stacked against Reboot, but Reboot is giving it their best and trying to get points on the board.
yeah, very nice save coming up from 17th Charge to keep his team in this game. But we do still see trying to keep that goalie back, so they are going to be 2 men down on the offensive, trying to push into Boosty Boy's bubble. We do see Boosty Boys making their way down the field. An errant pass just bouncing off of Trench was intended for Dragon Knight. A fight gonna go for the Disillusion, being able to slap it, trying to get it past mid, and a boost gonna come out from both teams, so you can get there first.
And Boosty Boys will get there first, slapping it back towards mid, recovering it off geometry, and trying to find some ceiling shot. And it is not good off the crossbar.
Oh, we're gonna get retained by White Fox, and he's gonna go for the 2-pointer as the goalie wasn't set up to make the save. He thought his teammate had it and cleared it, but good on White Fox for being able to see the defense off balance and putting it in for another 2 points.
White Fox making all the plays this round, this series, really standing out. He's my MVP of this match. White Fox really, really showing what he's got.
Yeah, and I think we've seen time and time again White Fox just being able to
Yo, do you guys remember the score in time?
pick those corners and notice when that goalie is just a little off balance to be able to put his team up by 2 time and time again.
Yeah, he's got the angles. They're getting him the passes.
They normally send it.
He's just in all the prime spots to make these shots. Not trying to rhyme. I'm not trying to pull a Palidore. But really, good placement, good passing from Boosty Boys. Reboot's having a hard time getting their bubble offense set up, making that forward progress. And it's really been killing them this series. Maybe it's an off game. I think it's an off game. It's just, this is how the game goes. Sometimes you just make a lot of mistakes, or sometimes you can't get started. You just don't find that rhythm. And it's looking like that might be the case with Reboot because they've got great team synergy. They just can't make these ultimate passes before the shot. They get right up to bubble and they lose possession. They just can't get it right past that defense.
Yeah, it's it seems like Reboot just needs to slow it down, maybe bring all their players up for that offensive push, and like we've seen in gold tier games, just utilize that back pass whenever you're pressured, you're given. You give yourself the opportunity to just push again and again without being brushed.
Well, they've made some great pass plays. They've done some give and goes where you make short range passes, you try and pull that defender towards you, get the stun to get the defender out of position. But they would make these plays, they would get these defenders out of position, and then the following pass that would set them up for what would be a shot, they would miss. And it seems to happen again and again. So they've just had some bad luck this round. And it seems to have been the execution at the most crucial moments has been faltering.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, for sure. And I think definitely something that's probably going to be talked in the locker room for Reboot is just to slow down once you get that past those couple of offenders and just being able to get that pass off, get it to your teammate, and capitalize on your offensive pressure. As we've seen by the team of Boosty Boys, every time they've been able to get into the bubble, they're getting that last pass off, and it's giving them the advantage.
So as chat's talking about what's happening with the game, we're looking forward to Dipman coming back. We want to see the end of this game, the end of this night. It's been a really great day for Echo Arena, as every day is a great day for Echo Arena. This is Captain Canada's first cast, and I'm so excited to be here for it. I'm very proud. I'm honored to join him on his first cast. And can I get some poggers in chat
I think Dipback
For
and,
for
the-
casted Canada.
Dipback.
for casting Canada?
Yeah, give us
Yeah,
one sec.
thanks,
Dip, you there?
fair Sput. Yeah, great. Glad to be here.
It's not talking
Really good
still.
opportunity, and
Okay.
you know, so far super fun, and can't wait till see what the community and the players have to show in the next couple weeks here.
Rain blast.
Definitely. And I haven't yet taken a look at the postseason format. Maybe Palidore can chime in. Maybe I can ask Palidore to come in from the camera and tell us a little. He told me, he just said into my ear, don't do that. But so maybe I got to do the research myself. But I'm really looking forward to this postseason. The preseason championship was so exciting, so very, very, very exciting.
I got
And
badges. Like, probably anyway.
You guys good now?
Next week's the
Ready when you are.
looks like actually we're ready to
Yeah, we'll get
restart.
ready.
But I'll get through this real quick. There's an open qualifiers for any team that's not in the top 6. I hope that's right. And there, yeah, open qualifiers for people outside. Any team could register and compete for that. And then the teams who win on that one will then compete in a finals qualifier the next weekend. Anyways, match underway. Take it away, gentlemen.
Captain, this is all you.
I got you, Sputnik. As we see, the offensive joust can be going in the hands of Reboot, as they have the disc and have about the same offensive rollout as they have been for the past couple of rounds here. But a pass gonna get through to Dibman as he is all alone. But a nice lead pass gonna go off the backboard. Just a really amazing passing play from Dipman to be able to lead his teammate off the bounce from the roof, to be able to be slapped off the backboard and put in for a 2.
There we go, Reboot. That's the Reboot that I know. A great slap from Shake and Bacon Sandwich off the backboard. Too little, too late. 20 seconds remaining. This second round is going to go to Boosty Boys as they run this clock down. But it's been a great match to watch, and it's been a sight to behold, and I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yes, very excited. And as we've seen, all the players in this match very skilled in their own right. Stuff going to be putting another 2 points up for his team, as the defense is a little off kilter there. But yeah, both very skilled players on both teams. Just Reboot not being able to capitalize on some of their offensive opportunities, and Boosty Boys being able to.
Now, what do those stats say about White Fox? So we got no stats because of the reset.
Yeah, so for White Fox, I do remember, I think he was at least
16
10 goals. Yeah, at least 10. I'm not quite sure how many above that, but he's had a bunch of opportunities just slipping past defenders in the bubble, and being able to just place the disc almost wherever he wanted in this game.
And kudos to the team members of White Fox, able to recognize the pass opportunities that they needed to get, getting them, enabling White Fox to get the shots, enabling them to get the win. And they do get the win for our final matchup of tonight. So looking at this, we have no stats. I got nothing to give you guys. I can only tell you that White Fox played very well. He's the MVP, in my opinion. And looking at the matches for tomorrow, we do have Watching Weebs, Team Gecko to start off the day, followed by Fusion, Alpha Ducks, Mirage versus Galaxy, and a ton of other great matchups. So, anything to say, Captain, before we leave for the night?
Yeah, just good matches coming up tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that, and it's a pleasure being here, being able to do my first cast with you, Spud, and everybody watching on Twitch. Yeah, just hoping for just more good matches in the future.
So with that being said, I want to thank you all, and have a great night.
See ya.